What is going on out there, YouTube? I am the Anonymous Prepper, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since you guys have seen the infamous Get Up. But a lot has happened since the last time I made a video. Many things are going on. We had the so-called ceasefire, which apparently was just broken. Netanyahu authorized some powerful strikes, and all the gibberish and BS that's going on in the world. I could rant on about that for hours, but ceasefire broken. I'm just saying it like that. We all knew it was coming. That's that. Now on to a more important issue. Besides the whole United States going crazy right now, and 42 million people about to lose their public assistance. Hence the title of this video. It's looking like the government shutdown is going to go into 2026. Now, the reason I say this, number one, not to cause a panic, but it's being realistic here. I was watching a video from good old Prepper Dog, who made a valid point about hope. It's always good to have a little bit, but you can't always rely upon it. So thank you, Prepper Dog, for giving me a little bit of inspiration for this video. But a couple other preppers too gave me some ideas too, but the point of this video is the shutdown going into 2026. And first and foremost, I don't want to hear about politics on this channel. I don't support either side. I'm neither Democrat nor I'm Republican, so leave it at that. So if you start making comments about, oh, you're a liberal or you're MAGA, your comment gets deleted, don't want to hear about it, take it elsewhere. This channel is out to give people some knowledge, some information, to help them out to get ahead of the game. Because people like me and people like you, the actual people, you're just trying to live your life, trying to take care of your business. Now with this shutdown, what's really concerning me since it has started at the beginning of October is the lack of negotiation. Neither side is willing to compromise. And I don't want to hear this and that from people about, oh, well, they're doing this and they're doing this. I'm just going to say this. Republicans are in a radio blackout. Democrats have demands. So guess what's going to happen? Neither side is going to negotiate anytime soon. They voted for the 13th time today. And in the process, it failed again. No votes have changed. Nobody has jumped ship. And this has been going on for a month. There's no framework. Now, if there was some framework to a possible, reopening of the government, it would be a whole different video right now I'd be talking about. But right now, this is a situation in my lifetime I never thought I would see happen. It blows me away that so many people are going to be forced to go hungry. And the sad reality is, and this is what angers me about the whole situation, is, the senior citizens and the disabled and the kids. Meanwhile, you're seeing all these joke videos, which there is some I saw that were funny. And to clarify, if you've seen my old channel videos, I know a lot of you probably haven't by now because that channel's been gone for how long. But, I grew up in the hood. Not the baddest areas, but I grew up in a bad enough area. I grew up around certain people. I knew what the whole shebang was about. I knew who people were, how they acted. I know all about the scenarios and all the stuff and everything like that. When people don't have food, things are going to happen. And now all these people are going to lose all of their assistance. And it's going to cause... I just can't believe to see this happen. It's going to be bad, folks. This is going to be historical. It's like, when you get desperate enough, people right now are saying, oh, no, I would never do that. But when you see your kid crying, Mommy, I'm hungry. Daddy, I'm hungry. You're going to try to do everything you can until you get desperate enough, then you're going to do what you got to do. And, the videos I've seen, people joking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to run into Walmart. And these people are serious, some of them. And, they're going to do what they're going to do. And, this is why prepping has become a very big thing, too, in the world. Especially in the prepping community in the United States. We prepare so we don't have to worry about being out there when this goes down. Because, like the saying goes, you don't want to be caught in the fire. Because if you are, you're going to get burned. It's better to stay out of the way of the craziness. It's going to be a wild ride, folks. It really is. I just hope people will get their heads out of the sand and realize, what's about to really happen here. People keep thinking, oh, the Senate's going to vote again. They're going to change their mind. This is not that kind of scenario, folks. This is a full-blown standoff. This is a situation a lot different than most. Republicans want what they want. And that's just that Democrats are trying to hang on to this, and they're not going to back down either. And then you got people also saying, oh, it's so-and-so's fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's all your fault. Not just one side, it's both. It's the entire cabinet. That's what's going to be and what it is. It's all of their faults, folks. If you stop pointing fingers at each other and start putting your heads together and realize, oh, wait a minute here. They're playing these games against us. They're the ones that are causing the problems. Maybe it's time for a change. But I don't see that happening. People are too lack of backbone these days. Everybody's all talk, no bark, no bite. People are too afraid. People won't take care of their business. And now here we are. You want to just ignore and ignore and hope and ignore. You want to just go about your day, buy your Starbucks. Even though these days you got to be stupid to buy Starbucks because that's got to be freaking like $9, $10 a cup now, I can imagine. Like going to Subway now. The good old $5 footlongs, those days. Oh, do I miss them. The dollar menu at McDonald's. Get a burger for $1. Those days are long gone, folks. This is a different era now. The era of true survival. So, folks, with what's happening and the way the government is disagreeing, this could go for months, to be realistically. I don't wish to be a downer here. I don't wish to be anything like that, but I speak the truth. I've watched a lot of prepping channels. They're on the hype train. I could have made 50 videos talking about the shutdown and the EBT, but I'm making one on this. It's a very, very simple thing. Get your act together now, folks. You got a couple of days to, number one, and most importantly to clarify, I have to always make sure I clarify this, don't run yourself into debt. But if you have some extra money, this is a time to use it. If you plan a vacation for next year, no, cancel that. Forget that. Use some of that money, and no matter what your wife or your husband says, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you have to tell them, look, luxuries are not on the table anytime soon. We need to focus on making sure our bills are taken care of, making sure our food is taken care of, we have what we need, we're protected, because this is a situation that is American historical, it is world historical what is happening. And some people will say, oh, it's just, the government shut down, the poor people, the people mooching off the system, this is all about them. Well, what are they going to do when they get desperate? You ever think about that? You may have your quote-unquote protection, your, lock and pump. But what are you going to do against a couple hundred people raiding your house? You may stop a few. You ain't going to stop them all. Especially if they're armed too. You really have to think about these things, folks. A lot of us are too old school, cocky, and arrogant versus, some of us like myself who, I've been there. I've been to the bottom of the barrel. I've lived homeless, dug out of dumpsters, lived in bad areas. I know what it's like. And people want to just play it off like, oh yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. You catch my drift with the hand gesture. Just having that doesn't mean you're good to go. There's always the context and term of power in numbers. Numbers always wins. You may have the flying projectiles in your favor, but you only have so many of those. And there's only so fast you can reload them. We're in a situation that is going to really change a lot of people. So folks, if you have extra money, get to the stores. Plan accordingly. Handle your business. Because if you wait till the last minute Or there's times, and this is another big issue I always like to point out, the opinions of others, specifically your spouses. And no offense, ladies and gentlemen, this is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to clarify something. Why not, go by the term of better to be safe than sorry? Have extra stuff, extra food, water, have your bases covered for, power. Go down a prepping list. I'm not going to go down the whole entire list because there's so many videos out there now about this. But you know what you need to do. Listen to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, and do what you need to do. Stop playing it off like tomorrow's going to be la-di, sunshines and rainbows, or I hope tomorrow's a better day. You got to stop hoping. Take care of your business. This is the time, folks. My channel's almost up to 500 subs now. It's taken a while to get there, but, I'm making progress. I'd like to be able to make more content, but it's tough when you work night shift. I've told you guys this before in videos. If I was getting paid to do this, it'd be a whole different scenario. So I have to do it this way. So, folks, this is a dire situation. This shutdown could go on for, oh my goodness, realistically, this might go on till February, from what I could tell. And no, I don't base it off of Facebook posts, TikTok posts, all that other crap. I'm looking at it as what is going on in the Senate. I've watched them quite a bit and just see how it's constantly stalling, delaying, bickering back and forth, blame, and the voting process has not changed. Both sides are staying the same on rejecting this vote. The Republicans are voting it for it, all the Democrats are voting against it. It's not changing. One side's in a radio blackout, the other side wants to negotiate, but they want certain demands. So it's like this one won't give in, this one won't give in, so this is going to go on for, I could see at least 100 days, maybe even more. This could be the end of EBT for months. So, folks, I'd be getting extra help if you can, if you're, disabled, on Social Security, VA benefits, railroad benefits. If you need extra help, call your churches now, because if you wait, because one thing I know about people I've learned in my life, at my age of 37 years old, a lot of people like to play it off and wait to the last minute, and they all rush at once. When that happens, you're going to be screwed. So here's some homework for you. Call some churches today if you need help. Look for blessing boxes. Get to a food bank. If you have extra money, like I mentioned, hit up your dollar stores. Buy rice, buy beans, ramen, peanut butter. If you're on a very tight budget, this is one of the best ways to go. Get a bread recipe. Get flour. Get things that you can make that are going to help you stretch and get the calories you need. Canned meats. But even that nowadays is getting freaking expensive. So you have to go to the cheaper option, which would be peanut butter. So, folks, I'll give some more updates if I can, but this is going to be a rough time. Stay safe out there, folks. I am the Anonymous Prepper, and I'm out.